hour meditation a day. That's a gift that we give every day of the year, and we're so glad you're here to be part of that. Our guest meditator today is Phillip Mountrose. We love his work here on Enlightened World Network. He is an author, he's a teacher, and he is also a personal coach. So be checking out his work. We're going to hear a little bit at the end about how you can connect with him and see what all he and his beautiful wife Jane are up to. But Phillip, we are ready for your meditation. So whenever you're ready, you can get started.
Well, great. Thanks. Great to be here again, Ruth, with you. This is a meditation called From the Mud to the Mountaintop. We have it in our Awaken to the Power of Your Soul program and work. And it's a way of going to the mountaintop to heal and to be present and to transform. It's a simple process, and it can be quite powerful. To go from the mud to the mountaintop. We sometimes call it the apex process. So relax, get ready. If you want, you can gently close your eyes, focusing up your inner world, breathing in through your nose and exhaling, releasing, opening your mind, your heart, just breathing and noticing how you feel now, and becoming aware of maybe different states that will serve you well as you learn to focus on being in your most resourceful state. Good. Good. And as you continue to relax and breathe, just notice how you're feeling, what you're experiencing, and realize that sometimes life is considered to be difficult. You might consider you're in a difficult time. We have had those experiences, all of us, where we feel deflated, fearful, anxious, frustrated, angry, confused, and the like. So many of us have heard a lot more no's than yeses, and from early childhood, we believe that our possibilities are limited then. And from this deflated perspective, life can feel like wallowing in the mud. Many people are metaphorically in this place, wallowing in the mud, bogged down by their belief in limitation. And just about everyone gets stuck there at times. In the mud, people feel stressed, fearful, and anxious, with no way out. Getting around is cumbersome here, and from this low point, there may be little or no view of anything different. You may recall times when you've been there, and as you allow your mud and your muddy mind to gaze back into this past, you allow yourself to feel these feelings for a moment now. Here in the mud, you may notice yourself feeling like you're alone, like the world is a fearful, unfriendly place, and like the supplies of goods are limited. Things are very limited there. People who are wallowing around in this way generally feel like victims of situations that are beyond their control. Take a moment to observe how this kind of experience feels for you and make note of the following. What happens to your posture? How energized or de-energized do you feel? How do you feel about your possibilities? How do you feel about yourself? How resourceful do you feel in relation to meeting life's challenges and creating the future you truly desire? Your observations here are valuable for increasing your awareness, and fortunately, wherever you are now, more is possible. The experience of wallowing around in the mud can present an opportunity now to explore who you perceive yourself to be and what you believe the world to be. Focus now on another possibility. This possibility is that you are more powerful than you could possibly imagine, and you are here with a positive purpose. As you connect with the strength that lies within you, imagine breathing in lighter air now, breathing it through your nose. Good. Inhaling, releasing. And as you continue to breathe, imagine yourself gently rising out of the mud and drifting safely and gently upward to the summit of a magnificent mountaintop. Good. And there, with clear, crisp air and a magnificent panoramic 360-degree view extending for miles in all directions. Energetically, the experience on the mountaintop at the apex of your human potential is a different reality and the next step both for you and for all of humanity. In contrast to wallowing in the mud, you may feel in awe of the breathtakingly beautiful world surrounding you and the magnificent heavens above you now. Take a moment to settle into this way of being in an elevated experience, how it makes you feel, and make note again of the following. What happens to your posture? How energized or de-energized do you feel? How do you feel about your possibilities? How do you feel about yourself? How resourceful do you feel in relation to meeting life's challenges and creating the future you truly desire? The difference between your experience here and the one in the mud below may be clarifying. It presents a stark contrast between two realities. In which place do you want to spend your time? As you gaze into the magnificent beauty of the world around you, allow yourself to feel powerfully connected with everything and everyone. Here, your possibilities are as vast as the view. Here, reality is characterized by feeling like love, gratitude, connectedness, joy, and more. Take some nice deep breaths, breathing in through the nose, exhaling, breathing the clean, fresh air, and feel the soft breeze and the nurturing energy of the sun that's shining so beautifully upon you. Again, noticing the magnificence of this expansive place. Now, from this place of expanded awareness, you can ask for guidance about any challenge you are experiencing. This is especially useful if you focused on an issue or topic of interest before starting this process and can recall now how it appeared to you then. You may find that your perspective is different than it was before. And from this place of clarity, you can bring in higher awareness to help you in any aspect of your life. If you're focusing on something specific, you may want to pause for a moment now so you can perceive it clearly from this higher perspective. You may also want to jot down some notes about the experience for clarity and future reference. The contrast between the mud and the mountaintop provides a choice. Where do you want to spend your time? Do you want to settle for the consensus as a victim on the competitive plane? Or rise to the heights of human potential as a creator on the creative plane? Only you can determine the importance of this choice. Settling for an ordinary life, conforming to the norms, where not much is likely to change, or empowering yourself to create an extraordinary life filled with love, excitement, a vibrant sense of aliveness and happiness. The choice is now yours. In your heart, you may even feel that the contrast between settling and creating is similar to dying or living. It's powerful for every aspect of your being, your body, emotions, mind, and spirit. So as we're completing the process, the mud to mountaintop process, the apex process, now it's time to shift your awareness back to the present time and feel yourself where you are in this moment, making note of your body's position. And as you continue to breathe, inhale more active energy now as you return to your normal waking state, feeling alert and alive. And as you prepare to move on to other activities, make sure that you're grounded with your feet firmly on the floor, on the ground. And also realize you can carry this peaceful, expansive, loving energy with you everywhere you go by pausing and breathing more light energy. And again, imagine yourself on the mountaintop.
Thank you, Philip. So when I was in that meditation, I've been working a lot with Archangel Raziel, or I'm sorry, with Archangel Zadkiel, and he presents himself to me with a ton of yellow and blue butterflies, and just the energy, you can just feel it as the wings go. And I saw myself out in the atmosphere, out in the ethers with Archangel Zadkiel, and he was larger than life. And as you helped me rise from the mud to the mountaintop, I became larger than life. And we both had all of these yellow and blue butterflies on us, and you could just feel the fluttering. And the words that came to me after being in that awareness of the expansiveness of my own consciousness, the words that came to me were delight in all that is you, lift up and rise in the knowingness of who and what you truly are. And I love
Can you
that.
repeat that? That was very beautiful.
Yep, delight in all that is you, lift up and rise in the knowingness of who and what you truly are.
That's poetic.
Yeah, so thank you. Thank you for that. Thank you for that uplifting moment and that reminder that at any time we can elevate and rise within ourselves and be in a completely different state of awareness and perspective.
Right. The state of awareness is the key to so much of it.
Right. No, that was great. Thank you. Thank you so much. Can you take a moment and share with us what you and Jane are up to, what you're bringing to the world?
Well, this process is part of our book, Awaken to the Power of Your Soul, which is also going to be a program. Probably by the time people are watching this, they're already connected to the program. So it's different ways to connect with your soul, including harnessing the levels of intelligence your body intelligence, your mental intelligence, your emotional and spiritual intelligence, how you can work with your soul to harness that to higher levels of awareness, like you poetically said a moment ago, that knowingness. It's about how meditation relates to soulfulness. We consider this part of connecting and living by your soul. Most people watching this are aware of your soul or connecting with it. The idea is to do it more reliably and more deeply and more clearly for their purpose and expression and service and what they're here to do, their life plan, as it's sometimes called. So harnessing the intelligences. And there's also an interesting section that we explore meditation, which of course is becoming increasingly popular and mainstream in many ways because of its health benefits too. And what soulfulness is related to meditation and mindfulness, and the pros, and there's some cons and limitations to meditations and misunderstandings that we clarify in the book too, and have a lot of personal studies and case histories of how this stuff works when people use the mud to mountain tap to heal and to get clarity. The process we just did, and there's another one, soul centering, which we often have done in here and elsewhere, and there's 4 other ways we describe how to connect with the soul. So the first part is preparation to connect with the soul and live by the soul. The second part is the activation, like we just did the mud to mountain top, sometimes called the apex process. And the third part is we call transformation of the book and the program. So there are blocks and shadows, as we know, obstacles that you can in many ways help and improve on, but if you use the soul, you can get a lot of clarity and profound awareness along with the healing. And we go into holistic EFT tapping and spiritual kinesiology, which directly enlists the soul for healing. So that clears the shadows, as they say. So you're not just in the soulful place filled with blockages and blind spots, thinking that you're more awake than maybe you really are. And so you use your soul for healing as well as awareness, enlightenment, and guidance.
Yep. So that's a new book that is coming out March 25th. It's called Awaken to the Power of Your Soul. I have had the opportunity to read it, and it is chock full of great ideas and techniques. But then you and Jane also have a show that you do on a weekly basis. Sunday nights.
We do. It's called Soulful Living. It's on Facebook Live. It's on the Facebook. If you go Soul of Success, facebook.com/Soul of Success, International Association of Holistic Practitioners, IAHP is the page, Soul of Success on Facebook. And Sundays, 4:30 p.m. Pacific, 7:30 Eastern is when we do it live. But once they're recorded, they're past shows with people like you and other wonderful people. Practical tips on how to live soulfully.
Yep. And it's also on Enlightened World Network on Sunday.
It's also on EWN, Enlightened World Network, that you are the founder of that great network.
So Phillip and Jane are a part of the One with the Earth celebration, the launch of our new channel that we're doing on March 20th and March 21st. Jane and Phillip will be on Sunday, March 21st, and it is truly a celebration of everything about the earth and the atmosphere, every little bit that has anything to do with impacting us as humans, and celebrating the earth, celebrating where we live. It's a fabulous gift, this earth of ours. So thank you so much, Phillip, for being here today.
Thank you again, Ruth, for being a gracious host. Really enjoyed being with you.
Thank you. And friends, thank you so much for being here with us here at Enlightened World Network. Keep an eye on that daily show guide. It's posted every single day at the very top post on Enlightened World Network. And so much love and support to each and every one of you. You take good care, and God bless.